This is the first press briefing after I assumed the office of the State Election Commissioner. I assumed the office of SEC on 30th May 2023. And just for information, Secretary and myself both are new incumbents to this Election Commission. Of course, Under Secretary has a very pretty long tenure here. At the outset of this briefing, I would like to welcome you all. I would like to join my secretary to welcome you all once again to this briefing, which was basically called for a very specific purpose, and I will come to that. But before that, I think for any purpose, if we brief with the little bit background, highlight some of the past of the commissions in the related field of holding elections, one will definitely get more things to understand properly in what way the State Election Commission has been putting its best efforts, soldiering its roles and responsibilities in holding the elections to the grassroots level democracy. That means holding elections to the local bodies, which is considered to be the third pillar of democracy, as you all know it. If we click to the past, as you all know, we have a very long history. Arunachal has a long history of Panchayat Raj system. Initially under Nepal Panchayat Raj Act 1967, and then later under Arunachal Pradesh Panchayat Raj Act 1997. We are under the two phases of different acts, old and new. So anyway, we had a long history, as I said, and under the Nepal Panchayat Raj Act, we had the credit of holding regular elections for the 7 times. The last election was in the year of 1992. And you must be aware that 1992 year is the watershed in the history of Panchayat Raj system across the country, which provides uniform system of Panchayat Raj system throughout the country, with provisions of reservations for the women and reservations of the scheduled caste members. And accordingly, after enactment of the 73rd Constitution Amendment Act, as I have said, Arunachal Pradesh also has promulgated an order in conformity with that amended act. Of course, later on replaced by Arunachal Panchayat Raj Bill 1994, which was passed in the State Assembly on 9th September 1994. But the said bills had some discrepancies and required some modifications also as regards to the constitutions of the State Election Commissions, as regards to the provisions of the Gram Panchayat, and as regards to the provisions of the reservation of the scheduled caste. So accordingly, Arunachal government through legislation has brought amendment and passed, rectified and then passed Arunachal Pradesh Panchayat Raj Act 1987. But then again, it was kept reserved for getting assent of the president, because of the fact that again in that bill, the provision for reservation of scheduled caste member was not incorporated. But as you all know, our Arunachal Pradesh as such do not have any scheduled caste populations locally. So government of Arunachal Pradesh had to pursue with the central government very vigorously, and that got resolved with the enactment of 86th Constitution Amendment Act in 1999, which exempted Arunachal Pradesh having reservation for scheduled caste members. So finally, Honorable President has assented Arunachal Pradesh Panchayat Raj Act Bill 1997 in April 2001. So after getting assent, after becoming Act, Arunachal Pradesh Panchayat Raj Act 1987, that's how the State Election Commission was constituted. If you see my board, incumbents board, you must be seeing that it was constituted in the year 2022. So after assent was accorded, after the enactment of the Act, so State Election Commission came into being. Subsequently and finally, the elections to the Panchayat Raj system under the new Act was conducted and constituted in 2003 under the new Act. So as you all know, we have three-tier system of Panchayat Raj till 2018. For your information, we have had elections under new Act 4 times as of now. The first was held, as I have said to you, in 2003, the second 2008, third 2013, and the next was due in 2018. But then, as you all know, it was delayed by 2 years. Ultimately, it was conducted in 2020 in the month of December, if you remember. So here, the state and the State Election Commission has had the pride of holding the elections to the local bodies very regularly. It's a very great, I should say, achievement. Of course, there were some interrupted periods because of unavailable reasons. 92 to 97, 97. That period, no, 97 to 2002 was again without panchayats because of all these 73rd Amendment bills and acts. Then later on again during the 2 years period 2018 to 20, because of again, as I have said, Arunachal has had the history of having three-tier system right from Never Panchayat Raj Act till 2018, and considering the past experience under the three-tier system and the other inherent issues confronted by the state due to geographical factors and the resource constraints, Arunachal government through legislation decided to bring an amendment to the Act, Arunachal Pradesh Panchayat Act 1987, for introducing two-tier system instead of three-tier. Because as per Article 243B, there is a provision which says that the intermediate panchayat, that is Anchal Samiti, may not be constituted for the state which is having population not exceeding 20 lakhs. So our state is having less than 20 lakhs, so 13.84 lakhs around. So as per constitutional provisions, and then as I have said, because of many constraints faced by the state government for effective management of the panchayat bodies and then its functioning. So this amendment brought in, and from 2020 onwards, two-tier system, that is Gram at the village level and Zilla at the district level, panchayat system came into being. Now, in the last general election, that is in the year of 2020, we have constituted 25 Zilla Parishads across the state with corresponding 242 Gram Panchayat members and 2,115 Gram Panchayats with corresponding 8,145 Gram Panchayat members. And subsequently, after 2022, as you know, because in due course of time, there used to be resultant vacancies because of the reason that maybe death or resignations or otherwise. So it is the mandate of the State Election Commission to fill up the resultant vacancies. So accordingly, the first by-election was held in 2022 in the month of July, if I am correct, and whereby we have filled up the vacant seat of one Zilla Parishad constituency and 130 vacant seats of Gram Panchayat constituencies very successfully. And after that, now slightly more than 1.5 years, as on that, we have again some resultant vacancies of both Zilla Parishads and Gram Panchayat constituencies because of the reasons, as I have said, might be resignations, death or otherwise. So therefore, now the State Election Commission has decided to go for again second by-elections. Under the current 5-year tenure of the present, Panchayat Raj institutions, we are now going for this second by-elections, under which we will be conducting elections to two Zilla Parishad vacant constituencies, and then 54 vacant Gram Panchayat constituencies. To be very specific, if you require the district-wise vacancies of both Zilla Parishads and Gram Panchayats are as under, I can just read out, or you can get it a copy later on also. In Tawang, we have 2 Gram Panchayat constituencies vacant. West Kameng, 3 Gram Panchayat constituencies vacant. East Kameng, 7 Gram Panchayat constituencies vacant. Papumpare, 3 Gram Panchayat vacancies. Kurungkume, 1. Karagadi, 3. Lower Subansiri, we have 1 Zilla Parishad constituency vacant and 6 Gram Panchayat constituencies vacant. Kamle, 2 Gram Panchayats. Upper Subansiri, 1. Siyomi, 1 Gram Panchayat constituency. West Siang, 4 Gram Panchayat constituency. Leparada, 2. Upper Siang, 1. Lower Siang, 2. Siang, 1. East Siang, 1. Dibang Valley, 1. Lower Dibang Valley, 3. Namsai, 4. Anjao, of course, we have only 1 Zilla Parishad constituency vacant, no vacancy of Gram Panchayat constituency. Changlang, 1. Tirap, 3. And then Longding, 2. In total, we have, as on date, after the first by-elections, we have 2 Zilla Parishad constituencies and 54 Gram Panchayat constituencies vacant, against which we are now going to conduct the by-elections. Now, for this purpose of having elections, we have drawn up a detailed schedule, which I read out to you. Schedule of by-election 2023. Date of announcement of election is today. As you all know, I have already announced. Date of issue of public notice by State Election Commission and then returning officer, that is by 9th October 2023, Monday. Last date of filing nominations, that is on 16th October 2023, Monday. Date of scrutiny, it will be on 18th October 2023, Wednesday. Last date of withdrawal of nomination, 21 October 2023, Saturday. Date of poll is on 6th October 2023, Monday. Sorry, November. Poll day will be on November, 6th November 2023. Date of counting will be on 8th November 2023, Wednesday. And the date for completing all the process of election is by 10 November 2023.
Counting is when?
Date of counting is on 8th November. That is on Wednesday. So that is the schedule that we have finalized. Now, you know, for conducting elections, many things are prerequisites and associated to be completed beforehand and during the election period and after that also. So now actually, for holding any elections or by-elections, summary revision or special summary revision of electoral rolls is a prerequisite. And for that, we have initiated special summary revision for by-elections on 8th September onwards. 1 September onwards, and then the final publications of the updated e-roll was done on 25th September, yeah, last month. So that is all complete. So now we can go for elections with updated e-roll. Now the most important aspect of any election is the enforcement of the model code of conduct. As you all know, you have come across when the general elections are held. There you have seen the strict enforcement of the model code of conduct for regulating the all political parties, candidates, functionaries, maybe public servants or government officials, functionaries, whatever may be. So, at par with that, with the view to ensure holding free, fair and peaceful and transparent by-elections of all the Gram Panchayats and Zilla Parishad constituencies in the state, and in exercise of power conferred under Article 243K of the Constitution and Section 144 of Arunachal Pradesh Panchayat Act 1987, the State Election Commission issues a model code of conduct for the guidance and adherence by all concerned, by all stakeholders. This MCC will apply to all the political parties contesting candidates, MPs, ministers, advisors, MLAs, employees of state and central government, central and state government undertakings, private projects approved by the government, including hydropower, local bodies, functionaries, and all public servants. This is applicable for all. All are expected to be abided by this MCC Model Code of Conduct. Now, since by-election has been announced, the MCC Model Code of Conduct will come into force with immediate effect from today onwards in the respective Zilla Parishads and the Gram Panchayat Constituency across the state. Now, for conduct of any elections, the polling stations are very important. Now, in these by-elections, there will be involvement of about 73 polling stations across the state in 23 districts, and more than 500 election officials, excluding security personnel, will be engaged. So, where the security is concerned, with regard to the security assessment, it shall be done by the concerned district magistrates who are district election officer Panchayat Raj, as per the prevailing situations and as per the inputs given by the superintendent of police of the respective district. Accordingly, the security arrangement will be done. Now, these are some of the important aspects that I have to tell you, so that it can reach to all stakeholders. At the last, State Election Commission will appeal fervently to all the stakeholders, that is electors, contesting candidates, political parties, and the public at large, to come forward and give their full support and cooperations with the election missionaries of the state during the entire by-elections, and make it this by-elections a successful event. That's all. So,
I have a question.
yeah.
If you are asking questions, can you introduce yourself and kindly restrict yourself within I'm from CPI.
Situations. And from time to time, the State Election Commission has been assessing the situations. And for this purpose also, we have ascertained the reports from the district authorities and the government also. And as per the report of the district magistrates of the concerned districts, there is a circumstances which are not conducive for holding elections at this stage. So from time again, we are in touch with the district authorities, and as and when we get the reports which are conducive for holding elections, State Election Commission will hold the elections. In Vijayanagar Administrative Circle, we have one Zilla Parishad and 40 Gram Panchayat constituencies are vacant as of now.